Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new comic book explain video. Today I'm going to talk about Invincible. Invincible is obviously like a great character, and he's not Marvel and he's not DC, which means he's like a superhero who lives on this superhero universe, which pretty cool. There's also a show about it, which is kind of nice. And yeah, today I'm going to talk about you know the story that Invincible got his new suit, and the time that Invincible trained his younger brother, which is kind of weird. In the show you don't really see that because there is no younger brother. I would say, like in the first season you don't really see a younger brother for Invincible, but that thing comes eventually. And in this story I also didn't know that, so in this story it gets kind of explained. So yeah, there we go. And you can actually also see his brother here on the cover, which is kind of cool. Obviously we have Atom Eve, Invincible, and the guy who can't remember the name from, but he's kind of the bad guy, which is kind of fun. Anyway, so let's talk about his new suit. And literally the first page, when you turn around, this is his blue and black suit, which is really cool. And to be honest, I really prefer this blue and black suit. Like, the first one is kind of cool. I mean, the black and the blue and the white and the yellow, but a lot of colors, right? So yeah, there we go. Very nice, very nice. So anyway, the story begins off with a little bit like a normal situation going on for Mark, right? Mark has a few, a great night with a few of his friends, and there we go. And then, Mark needs to go because there's this certain villain who he needs to fight. So yeah, there we go. And you also get a recap of like the other heroes in this universe, because I didn't really know any of these except like maybe a few. So yeah, maybe a few appear in the show, but I can't remember. Like, I believe this guy appeared in the show eventually. So yeah, there we go. And obviously we have the team itself, which is the Guardians of the Globe. So there we go. These guys you probably recognize from the show. We have this robot guy, this guy, this woman who can multiply herself, and also this guy. He's pretty famous, right? And I think Monster Girl, that's her too. So there we go. That's nice. That's nice. So yeah, and obviously, like I said, Invincible needs to defeat a villain, right? But he has also, has a situation, has a little fight with Atom Eve, my baby girl. I mean, sheesh, man. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, Invincible and Atom Eve team up to eventually defeat this hero, which is kind of cool. And this is actually a pretty bad villain because he imprisons all of the different people and all of the different heroes, like the Guardians of the Globe right here, right, and the other ones. And eventually an Atom Eve stop this guy. There we go. They slam through the freaking floor, and yeah, the guy, or the villain eventually gets defeated. After obviously Atom Eve and Invincible get trapped too, but that works out at the end for them. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, like I said, everyone breaks out eventually. So yeah, there we go. And look, this is kind of what happens here. That's nice. And actually there is some kind of villain who also helps this hero out, which is, I believe, let's see, I think that's, oh yeah, that's this guy, I believe. This is a villain, right? So there we go. That's really fun. But yeah, alright, that's nice. And Atom Eve and Invincible eventually, talk their way, with each other. They talk with each other to make things right again. Because Atom Eve was in Africa and she didn't really want to talk to Mark anymore. And there's also this guy, which I said I can't really remember his name from or for, but this is the bad guy, the villain, right? And he kind of tests Invincible through this new program that he made. But he has some kind of plan because he wants to kill Invincible. See? Like, this panel is great. Like, this guy literally wants to kill Invincible right now, right on the spot, with all of his new robots, because he doesn't really like the way Mark does things, right? Normally this villain guy makes sure that the heroes get to their location. He cleans up afterward, but Invincible is a solo guy. He does it alone, right? He fights crime and leaves, right? And yeah, the villain actually also plants a little bomb inside of his head that actually, I guess, a sonic bomb. I don't know. It's like a little peep sound, and that's really bad because Invincible can fall from that, and that's not really nice. He can't fly with it. So yeah, there we go. We have this great, few pages or two of them where Invincible flies away, and you have these different, areas. I believe the first one is obviously like probably in New York or something. This one is in the forest. This one is more like in I don't know what it is. Probably some kind of farm, right? And this one is probably in the Netherlands. I mean, the windmill and the cows make sense, right? And this one in the mountains, and then we have back in America, probably the Grand Canyon or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, that's really nice, and yeah, alright, that's nice. That's cool. So we have a few. Oh yeah, we have a few great panels here. Invincible just smashing some robots and trying to defeat this guy. So yeah, there we go, and that's really nice. I really like it. All right, so Invincible actually, defeats that guy and gives up on him. Like he doesn't really want to see him anymore, never ever again. And then he goes to his house where Atom Eve is actually. So they talk a bit with his mom and his little brother, and great things are happening for Mark and also Atom Eve, which is cool. Or I guess Eve and Mark, right? And look at them. Oh, I'm so jealous. Anyway, hey, okay. So we also have a little the backstory on the villain, I guess. So there we go. Yeah, I believe. Oh yeah, his name is Cecile, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably it. So, yeah. All right. We have some villains who are really like dumb. They kind of commit suicide, which is kind of very not really pleasant to see. But why do they do that? You're probably wondering. I think it's because. Oh yeah, the delicate balance of life and death. It will teach an entire generation to live life to its fullest, which is total bullshit. They just literally release a gas where they, get burned from, which is kind of weird. And that's also how Cecile here gets his mark or scar on his face, which there we go. Little backstory, right? So yeah. And that's why Cecile wants to make this team, right, of superheroes that he can control and organize a bit, because those villains were the examples of like there are villains out there not able to I guess they can kill civilians, right? And Cecile wants to make sure that doesn't happen, and he gets recruited by this officer to make this super great superhero team or organization. So there we go. And one of those members is actually Mark's father, aka Invincible's father, which is Omni-Man. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. So a little backstory there for Invincible fans, or just if you're general wanting to know more about him. And yes, alright, great. So chapter 4. Okay, that's nice. Mark and his brother are teaching some lessons to fly, and Atom Eve and the I guess the Guardians of the Globe actually go to another location because they don't really trust Cecile anymore. So there we go, a little base at on top of this bridge, which is really cool. And let's go a bit further because I really want to show off. Oh yeah, okay. So Invincible, Mark, and his brother go to Art Rosebum's tailor shop, which is like the tailor from the show, which is voiced by Mark Hamill, right? So this is Omni Kid, which is the brother of Mark. I know he's purple or pink, but I have no idea where he came from. He could be like the son of Omni-Man, or he could be the son of Mark's mom, but I'm not quite sure. And I mean, his skin is purple or pink, so he might come from an extraterrestrial planet or something. So yeah, there we go. And also, if Omni Kid gets a new costume, so does Mark. Obviously, look at that. That's very smooth and very, very sexy. I know. So yeah, there we go. And really great comic, obviously. And yeah, much more. Let's just skip a few pages. And Omni Kid goes a bit haywire and tries to kill a person. So yeah, that's not really great. Oh my days, I literally just found the panel. Oh god. Oh no, this is not great. Okay, well, I'm going to try not to show it. Well, screw this. Alright, okay, there we go. This is Omni Kid trying to. Yep, you saw it? Yeah, I know. It was really fast, but that was like. That's disgusting. That's really disgusting. So Omni Kid is trying to become like. He's not really trying to become his father, but he kind of is. Like, he's killing innocent villains, which is not really great. I believe this one is much appropriate, like, you see. Yeah, Omni Kid did some bashing and smashing, I guess. So, yeah. At the end of the day, Atom Eve and Mark still have a great, relationship, which is great, And I love that. I love Atom Eve because, you probably know why. So hey, there we go. And I think, at the end of the story, Mark says to his brother, like Omni Kid, it's okay to act rash, but please, learn from my teachings. And this is a little panel here. Can Omni Kid trust Invincible, or can Invincible trust Omni Kid? I have no idea. This is just literally, I believe, the 10th comic from the Invincible series. So yeah, but still, I found this one for like almost $3 over here, and it's a great introduction to the comic universe of Invincible, because if you were to watch the show, it would literally be like, okay, so this is season 1, and you shall need to wait 3 years for season 2, and maybe 3 years for season 3. And it's great to have some comics about Invincible. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Goodbye, everyone.